Hello and welcome to my garden. I thought it'd be nice to film out here because you can hear the birds. My name's Kaylee and this is my channel Shadows at Midnight, and I was very kindly asked by One Day Saving if I would like to review some of their products, and of course I said yes. I was hesitant at first because I thought, oh, I wonder if there's anything that I would like, but I went on to their website and there was lots of things. Yeah, so I was excited to give that a go. So if you want to watch the original video where I did the unboxing, I will put a link into the description box and you can go and have a look and see what I got. You can see all the things that they sent me, which was very kind of them to send me. So they give me the products for free. I choose what I wanted and then I can review them and make a video of unboxing and the review. So that's what I'm going to do today. Sorry, slow my words down. I'm going to do a review of the products. So the first product that I would like to review, I actually don't have. It was a really beautiful little needle minder, and it was so cute and tiny, and it had a little magnet on the back, and so it had two magnets so you could clip it to your sewing work, and I used it a lot. And then I made the mistake of putting it on my trolley. So you know, like the trolleys, like the hobby trolleys, I got mine in Hobbycraft. They're like 3 tiers, aren't they, in metal and on wheels. Well, I've got a beautiful pink one of those, and the scissors, I just put it there for a sec one evening and it looked so pretty stuck on the side of that trolley that I left it there to use it for the next day to work on it again. And my children got hold of it and I don't know where they've put it. So until I find it, I can't show you that. But when I had it, I loved it and it's so pretty. Yeah, I really loved it. So I hope that I can find it again. I don't know where children put things, do they? They find very good spots that we don't know about. So hopefully I'll find that again and I can have it back, because when I had it, it was bringing me so much joy. Another product they sent me was this, and at the end of this video I will put on the video where I filmed myself making the project that I'm about to show you. But I used this kit, and it has, this is like where you push the holes in, this is like a thimble, and then leather wax cords, and then you have all the needles here. I'm just going to do some crinkling and I'll get that little needle pack out to show you. So I only use the needle at the top, the glover's needle, because that says it's for sewing leathers and furs. I think I've got a faux leather, not sure, because the material I was using we took off of our old sofa. We saved all the fabric from it when we got rid of that sofa. It was second hand to us, so we never bought it, so I don't actually know if it's real leather or not. I think it's probably faux leather, but when we got rid of that sofa we cut the leather off to save it, and I had the idea that I was going to make some leather pouches for it. So when I saw this kit on One Day Saving's website, I was very excited to try that. And so I used this glover's needle, but I am so excited to have all these other needles. I have a very frugal lifestyle with my husband and my 2 children, and I repair everything, as does my husband. The swinging chair that I'm sitting on, the base of it where my legs are actually broke, all the stitching come away, and I fixed that with a normal needle and some leather cord, and I wish I'd have had these needles, because I think that this one here would have been perfect for it. So they are going in my sewing kit like prized possession. I feel like I've got a piece of treasure there, because now I have all these special needles and it tells me what they're for, so I'm really pleased with that. And I'll show you how I got on, because I did make the pouch. So you'll have to look at this sewing just so that you can be impressed that yes, I can sew properly. Don't look at this wibbly wobbly bit over here. I told you not to look at that bit. Okay, that's when they started talking to me. My family came in and was chatting to me, and then I did it wrong, and I just left it. It doesn't matter. Let's have a look at the back, and we can just confirm that I can do it properly at the back. But anyway, so yeah, here's the little pouch I made. I cut this rectangle of fabric and this shape of fabric out from my fabric scraps from the sofa, and then I cut a long shape to go all the way around the edge, and so I sewed that long strip on all the way up the side. So the corners, there's no sewing there, it's just one long strip through the middle, and then that's for the back and that's for the front. And I didn't have a pattern, I just make things up as I go. And I've got a popper here, one of them lovely popper kits that you can get. My husband got me that for Christmas a few years back, the little set. So I've popped a brown popper on there, and this is what I've made to give as a present. And inside there's a little bar of soap and a little brush. So that's a present that I've made up using those fabric scraps for the sofa, and so that saves all that sofa fabric going to waste. I can make little pouches like this up. I love it. I want to make another one for my granddad for his birthday. I think he would enjoy that as well. So that's the next plan. I managed to make the holes, and you'll see in the video I got along fine making the holes, but it was hard on my hands. I don't have the strongest hands anymore, they're quite numb. So I have decided when I do it again, I'm purchasing a leather punch, and I have found one of them, and I found it for just a couple of pounds on Amazon, so I'm going to do it again with that. But I am so pleased with this kit, and it gave me the chance to give it a try, and now I've got the confidence to make some more, and I keep thinking about all the different styles of pouches I could make. So that was really, really fun. The next one that I got sent was a loom, and you can see my son's been having a go on this. I absolutely love this. I'm really pleased I got to try it. I had a little problem at the beginning, because as I was putting the loom together, it actually split the wood. You see here, my husband said it's just the grain split apart. I didn't contact One Day Saving, because although they probably, I'm pretty sure they would have instantly replaced it, I didn't want them to have to send me out another one when I could mend it myself. We are like that, we don't like things going to waste. So I didn't contact them, but their customer service when they've spoken to me has been so wonderful that I don't doubt they would have replaced it. But yeah, and other thing is, I think that's another reason it broke. My one's a little bit wonky, can you see? This line is straight, but this one has a slight bend to it. But other than that, it didn't matter. These bits here, this is where you put the yarn on. There's not much left there now, but you would wrap that yarn all around here. I only can do maybe 4 strands to get it through. I've got a video of my son using it. I don't know if I've still got the clip. Oh, an aeroplane's going to come past now. Let me wait for the aeroplane. It's passed. So I don't know if I've still got the clip of my son using it, but in previous videos I have shown him using it, and he loves it, and we get along just fine with it. And it has this that raises the stitches, can you see? Yeah, can you see in there? And then you turn it. Oh, I've turned it the wrong way now. Yeah, so it changes what stitches come out. So we've had fun with that. You get the little comb that you use to push your stitches up tighter. My son likes doing that with his fingers. and then this one, all we did was, my husband, don't know if you can see, but he just sanded the edges so they were more curved, because they're like laser cut, aren't they, these pieces of wood. And the ridge of it, I was getting along okay, but my son, it kept catching, so he just beveled it a little bit so that it wouldn't catch as it went through. So yeah, we managed to fix it. We just glued it and put a cable tie there so it's nice and tight. We haven't had any problems, and we're looking forward to finishing this weaving. He's going to go all the way down, I think, and then we're going to figure out something to use it for. I've been given lots of ideas of what I can use the weaving for, but I think he would probably like me to line the back of it with fabric and turn it into like a little bag, because my son likes foraging and things like that. You know, when they're little, they love finding treasures. So I think that is probably the plan for this bit of weaving. I'm just going to tuck this back in. Sorry about the shouting. My children are here and children shout. So now this one I'm very excited for. The third one was that 1, 2, 3? Okay, fourth one, because the first one I didn't have to show you, but the fourth product that I shared was some yarn. Oh, I was so excited to try it. On the website it says that this yarn is like a DK, but it says in the title lace yarn. So I think they probably need to change that, because it's not a DK. It is like a 4-ply. I would say it's like a 4-ply, a thin 4-ply cotton yarn. It's cotton acrylic blend. And did you see some ears? Are you excited? This is all I've got left of it. I've saved this bit for a very important reason. So originally I was knitting it, and I was knitting it like this, so it's got some squares. I did just a square stitch, and I was thinking I'll make it as a dishcloth. And then I thought, well, then I was getting some moans from the little rabbit that sits beside me. Yes, she is. Can you see her popping her head in? It's not your time to talk yet. She was complaining, yes, that she was too hot, which she was. Okay, you sit down there when I'll tell them. I had made, my mum made her for me, and she came with this cute little dress, little sleeves there. And in the winter she got cold, so she turned her dress into a skirt, and I knitted a little cardigan for her. And I knitted this by holding 2 yarns that I had, 4-ply sock weight yarns, double, and I just made up a pattern for her cardigan. And I had these 3 buttons that didn't match, and they were perfect on the front because of the colours in her cardigan. It was lovely. Well, she was sat there wearing this and complaining that it was the middle of summer and I needed to sort it out. Fair enough, that's allowed, isn't it? And so what I decided was that dishcloth I was going to turn into a dress for her. And here she is. Her dress isn't finished. She's still a bit peeved at that, but the dishcloth here, I can see it goes around to the side. I knitted it to this length, and then I thought, oh, I'll turn it into a dress. And then I picked up the stitches along the side and knit bigger squares all the way around and joined it up. I then switched to this crochet, switched to this cotton thread, which is just undyed cotton that I have. And oh no, first of all I used this yarn again, and I picked up all the stitches in here. I think I did every stitch, and then that was still quite wide, so in the next one I decreased a little bit. Then I picked up, that was Mopsy, my puppy, jumping off the table. That's why you wobbled. I picked up the stitches anyway, and I think I increased it a little bit for this yarn. I think I did one single crochet in one, and then 2 single crochets in another stitch all the way around. And then I've just been going up plain with that cotton, and I'm going to use the One Day Saving lace yarn. All the links for these will be in the description box, but I'm going to add a frilly bit at the top for her to tie her little dress in, and I'm going to add some straps with the plain cotton so she can tie it over her shoulders for the summer. And there she is. She's very happy in her new dress, aren't you? Doesn't she look beautiful? She likes that it sticks out at the back because she says she needs a tail. She hasn't got a tail. I've got to make her a tail. But yeah, she's very pleased with her new dress, Miss Luna. This was what my mummy made for me. So yeah, and I'm going to finish using that yarn. Isn't it gorgeous? So it kind of, so this is the end I started with. And so it started with this bluey green, and it's gone down into this blue, and it's speckled throughout, so every stitch is a treat because you don't know whether it's going to be a plain or a speckled or highly speckled. Or I love yarn like that. And then so it faded into then the green colours and the yellow, and then it's finishing fading on that. So the whole thing, none of the colours are exactly the same, they're all very slightly different all the way through. It's absolutely beautiful. I could imagine a crochet or knitted, oh, that's a good idea, isn't it, like a knitted vest out of this yarn. That would be lovely. If they ask me to review more, I might just get yarn and make a knitted vest. That would be lovely for the summer, wouldn't it? Like a little vest with this yarn. It's really nice. I'm really pleased with it. I'm going to wash her dress as well. So if you come back to my channel, if you've not been here before, on another video, I'll try and put a picture of her as the thumbnail so you know it's about this yarn again. But I will finish her dress and give it a wash and see how the yarn washes. I'm just going to put it in the washing machine with clothing, so it will only be like a 30-degree wash, and see how it turns out. Oh, I'm so very excited about having tried that yarn, and she feels better already, bless her. Very sensible bunny to wear that. You can't carry on wearing a cardi, can you, in the middle of summer? So yeah, she's very pleased with that. She's going now. So they're all the products that I had, and I hope you've enjoyed watching and seeing how they've turned out. I'll put the video in as well of the little pouch and how I got on with that. I think there's going to be some noises starting, so it's probably best that I've finished now anyway. Thank you for watching, and please come back to my channel again. That'd be lovely to have you visit again. And thank you very much to One Day Saving for letting me try those things. Have a lovely day, everyone. Bye. Just testing out this little leather kit that I got from One Day Saving. I've cut these pieces of, I don't know if they're real leather or faux leather, but that was off of our old sofa, and when we got rid of the sofa we cut the fabric off of it and saved it, and I'm going to make a little pouch. So I've just gone round, I had this piece on top of here because that's going to be the front, and I pierced holes where I want, and if you can see the holes very lightly went in here, so I'm just going around and pushing them in harder so that on the back the holes will come out, and then I'm going to go and push them ones in this side so they'll all line up, and then I will lay out the fabric that I have here and put holes in next to these ones to make sure it all lines up when I'm sewing it. So the idea is I'll have this fabric will go around like this. Imagine that's the bottom of it, and then this one will be on top, and then that will just fold over, and I've got little snaps here, and so I'll just put a little snap in it and that will snap on the front. That's the little pouch I'm making. So yeah, I'll get back to you in a little bit when I start sewing up. I've finished the little pouch. I was going to stop and talk to you whilst I was sewing it, but everyone kept coming in and having a chat with me. And I've stopped in between to have my lunch. This here, I went a bit squiffy there, didn't I? That, you see? Oh well, that's because I was chatting. But it's quite neat the other side, and I think it's fine along the back as well. So yeah, that's the little pouch that I've made, and that kit was brilliant. I used the Glover's needle because that's what it told me to use for leather and furs. I was talking to my husband, I think this is a faux leather, but it's quite an expensive faux leather. We didn't buy the sofa, we got it second hand, so I'm not sure. But it feels very thick, and my poor fingers, I don't know whether you can see, they're very sore from sewing on it. I had to push this really hard and push deep holes in this, which has broken it, but that's alright. This is quite old now anyway. I needed a new one because this is the mat I use for polymer clay, and they get a bit dirty after a while, so you have to keep replacing them. So that's fine, I'm not worried about that. But I think if I was going to do it again, I would prefer to have something that maybe punched holes, so I didn't have to use that, because that does work and you can push it all the way up to make the holes bigger, but it did hurt using it. I used this brown wax cord, and that's perfect. It's really great. Yeah, I loved using it. That was fun. So this is a pouch that we're going to give to my father-in-law, and I've got these to go in it. So he's got a handmade pouch, and then a little bar of soap and a little brush, like a little travel case to take away on holiday sort of thing. I'll put them in. I'll pop them inside of it and I'll show you. There we go. So the little brush goes in there, little bar of soap on top, and then I used my poppers kit over here. That was what my husband got me for Christmas one year. I think he just got it on Amazon. And there we go. Really cute little case. So on these edges I didn't tie any knots. I just went round and round and round, and then looped it up and over through this bit as well. So it's kind of keeping itself taut, you see. So that's the little gift from my father-in-law. All made, and it's cost me absolutely nothing. I'm really grateful that they let me try this kit out, because that was free for me, and I'd saved that leather just for these type of things. So we'll have to look into something that makes it easier to make the holes in, but then I would definitely do this again. It was just making the holes that I struggled with. Let me know what you think. Would you ever go? Would you try it? I'm pleased that these needles, I've got the whole set, because although this was a leather needle kit, obviously all these needles are going to come in really handy. And I'm pleased because I fix everything. So look, for tarpaulin, canvas, so I've got the Sewn needle for that. I've got a bit of everything. These nice ones for sacks, mattresses, upholstery needles. Yeah, that, I think that's a brilliant kit to have. Regardless of the leather set, I think this pack of needles is going to be invaluable to me.